Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Driving Talk podcast. Back in the Sandow Motorsport headquarters, just off of the A3 somewhere. We're not going to tell you exactly where, but if you do want your air conditioning done, now's the time to do it. Scott does air conditioning at Sandow Motorsport. Don't forget.
We do, yeah.
So get in touch with Scott so he can chill your car out because it is roasting out there. Before anyone asks, we do have licenses to show these legs off. Or an OnlyFans page.
No subscribers as of yet.
Either or.
Just a couple of health and safety warnings.
Yeah, it's been very busy on the motorsport front, I think, internationally, domestically, for us.
Very much so.
Quite sad too that we'll come to. I mean, a couple of the model cars that we've got here will kind of explain our feelings going into this weekend. But I think first, Scott, it's time to talk about the Formula One, so crack on.
Is it still not the pinnacle?
Huh?
Is it still not the pinnacle for you?
No. But anyway, carry on.
It was good. What was wrong?
Huh?
It was a good Grand Prix.
It was all right.
It was a good Grand Prix.
I think
Good sprint. Good race.
I think Russell's knackered.
No. He wasn't.
Mentally, he's wounded.
Definitely, but you can't. He was leading. He's got the fight. He's taken the fight to Kimi. Kimi's doing a cracking job, as we said.
It's a fantastic job.
Four in a row, your first 4 Grand Prix wins. He's doing a stunning job. He's quick. He has rattled George. I think George is having to dig deep. And George has got to play the game. He's got to fight a bit dirty.
Yep.
Put it on Kimi. It was good. I really enjoyed it. It was just unfortunate that he had a failure. The car let him down. Team let him down.
Yeah.
Which is a massive shame.
But it happens. I mean, I'm pretty sure Lewis had an engine failure back in the day, and that allowed Nico to sneak through.
Well, yeah, and win the championship, yeah. 100%. Lewis did a cracking job this weekend as well.
He did.
He too.
It was good to see him back fighting fit and proving that he's not done yet.
Definitely not.
But I can see why his pace maybe could fall off.
Mate, the Ferrari is lacking in power.
Yeah.
So he just doesn't have, that car doesn't have the straight line speed of the Mercedes or even the Ford of Red Bull. So give him a little bit more power. I think he could have challenged for the win.
See what happens.
Yeah, definitely.
So
Nullified at the start, aren't they now, though? They don't have that massive advantage.
Doesn't appear to be the case, does it?
No, they're getting on top of the regulations. It's taken them time. That break of a month has done good.
Yeah, that's probably the only good thing. And, you know, by the look of it, there's potentially some more changes to happen. I mean, there was whispers that Silverstone's going to be back for a second Grand Prix.
Yeah.
To replace Abu Dhabi.
Yeah, possibly.
There's
just whispers at the minute until we hear anything sort of concrete. But
yeah,
some teams have improved. Aston Martin haven't. I mean, they're able to complete races.
Thoughts?
Sometimes. Fucking awful, mate.
Yeah.
Absolute embarrassing shambles.
I think they've just had it.
They've missed the mark massively. Just not doing the job that they need to be doing. I think they'd admit that themselves.
I would say so. Poor Adrian Newey. You feel for him, though. He's gone in to do a job, but he's never done the team principal role before and then stepped back. And
yeah, awkward. Not the best. Cadillac had a fairly big failure on Sergio's car, didn't they? Which is really, really lucky that it happened where it happened, to be honest. I think Perez probably felt that and was coming in, hence why the...
growing pains.
Yeah, but
when effectively you are the General Motors entry...
Oh, yeah, having a complete front failure is not good.
No, it's not. Quite embarrassing.
But I must admit, I'm a little bit wrong. I thought Bottas would overshadow. But no, been the other way around. Perez is doing a better job than Valtteri at the moment.
Do you think his head is sort of halfway to retirement?
Which one?
Bottas.
Yeah, I think so.
Would kind of make sense. That sounded a bit fruity outside.
Yeah, that's either out on the main road or on the dual carrier. Well,
oh, lovely. So, thoughts on F1 so far?
I must admit, I enjoyed watching the Grand Prix. I didn't fall asleep. And I didn't fast forward through any of it. So, win-win, really. To be honest with you, like I said, I enjoyed the sprint, enjoyed the Grand Prix. I think the regulations are coming good. They're not as bad as they were. Still not where we need to be. I think the TV editing is showing a better show than what is actually happening.
Yeah,
without a shadow of a doubt. But the actual racing is good, from what you can tell. The two Mercedes out front are making it entertaining.
I would say so. And because there is a British interest in there in George Russell, it still keeps a lot of the British fans on side.
Yeah, we've got a lot of British drivers in there. Lando, failure again.
Yeah.
What the
McLaren are not having a good one, are
What
they?
were they doing with Inters? Just
mucking it up by all accounts.
Yeah, that was a masterclass on how to fuck your weekend up.
That's one way to put it.
Wait, it was. It's shite. Come on.
So, and we are getting into the key European season now.
Yeah.
Obviously, June, July, we're going to have some of the, what I would call the better Grand Prix on classic European circuits, your Spas, your Silverstones, etc. Well, get Monaco out of the way. That's similar to Miami to me. It's just a showpiece. But
speaking of actually Formula 1, I saw this morning, did you see what Lewis said about Jacques Villeneuve?
Bitchy!
Oh, it was class. Absolutely class. Gilles was someone I admired, ballsy, on the track. Like with natural talent, unlike his son. Oh, it's good. Good. Someone fired back at him.
Definitely. We'll be right back. We're just going to cure some technical issues. A bit of fun. Kyle Busch.
Yeah, that was a bit of a shock, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, the last we kind of heard that there was something wrong was obviously the race at Watkins Glen in the NASCAR race.
Yeah, he called for a doctor to beat his hauler when the race finished.
And it's now since come out through various news outlets. It would appear he had a sinus infection, turned to
double pneumonia.
Yeah, double pneumonia, and then in the end sepsis. And he was found unresponsive. So, look, our heartfelt sympathies. But to NASCAR, what was Kyle Busch?
He was one of the generational talents. Basically, most winningest driver in the series. Has obviously won the most truck races as well. Not just on track, but what he did off track with bringing his team KBM, which is now Spire Motorsports, obviously, bringing the drivers through, giving them a chance to now having NASCAR drivers that are now race winners, big race winners and champions to come through, and he gave them that opportunity with what he did. He inspired a lot of fans, my brother being one of them, hence we've got some of the stuff we've got here. I wasn't his biggest fan because I was a junior fan. So, but you can't deny he got the job done. He wasn't backwards about coming forward. He's given some of the best interviews. You don't get many people like him come in and do what he did the way he did it. He wasn't everyone's cup of tea, but that's all right.
But it's like that in motorsport when you lose someone like that, no matter what formula they race in, whether it's F1, NASCAR, WRC, that it feels like one of those moments where you almost remember where you were when you heard the news.
Without a shadow of a doubt. I liken this to when Davey Allison passed away and Earnhardt Sr. passed away. Way too young and unexpected. They weren't done. You know what I mean? So they were taken. But if anything, that's just going to enhance their legacy.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that he was winning in a truck the week before.
He could still win with the right equipment. He could still win in the Cup Series. It's just Childress weren't giving him the car to do it.
But it was what he said.
Yeah.
That hits home when it's
definitely. I mean, he wasn't feeling himself, and he knew that. It's just there's questions to be answered from the medical assistants that he was either paying for or NASCAR was supplying, or that they were overlooking. They weren't dealing with this infection. You fucking pay for medical care in America. It's not like we get it over here with the NHS. You pay for that shit.
Well, technically, we pay for it through our
taxes. We do. Yeah, it's different, but. What the fuck?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think questions are definitely going to be asked.
Yeah, let's be honest. These guys are athletes. They're professional athletes.
Yeah.
Where's the duty of care to them that they should be getting checked?
Well, he was at the GM headquarters at the time as well. That was a scary bit.
Yeah.
So
you would not get this with physical athletes like footballers and rugby players and things like that. You wouldn't get it. Why? Because they'd be monitored. Why were they not doing this with their drivers? They are professional athletes, as was called out the other week. So I think that's the shocking part. And the worst thing about it is the fact he's now left a wife and 2 children, which is the worst thing about it. And watching the pre-race this weekend, how much sort of pressure is now put onto his son is a bit unfair.
Yeah.
To be honest. But I think he's going to find a lot of people rally around him and the family.
Yeah, and then the pressure's going to come the higher.
Yeah, he's got a hell of an uncle to look after him, so I hope everyone else around him looks after him and doesn't take advantage of him. And yeah, but he's going to be a champion, and everyone would applaud that, I think.
Fantastic, and some great tributes out there as well. I mean, I saw the Dale Earnhardt Julian one. I think Amazon put something together which was poignant. It was nice and just right, because it only just recently. Yeah, on the Dale Junior download, he come on there and they sorted stuff out. I mean, and when you're in the heat at the moment at top level motorsport, top level of any sport, as Aidan referred to, when you're there and you're in it, you're not friends. No,
you want to beat that guy. You've got to be that person. You've got to have that edge. Be selfish. It takes a lot to then reconcile that further on down the line, which we've seen with Plato and Matt Neal.
Yep. I mean, Senna and Prost were heading there as well in '94.
Exactly. So I think when you have that level of not hate, but you do hate that guy, you have to build that up in your head to perform at that level. You do have a deep down respect, and I think there is some form of regret that you have when you're very similar to the guy you're competing against, and you're both elite level. And then 42 drivers, and let's say that 20 of those drivers were elite level. Let's be honest. There's some Hall of Famers that he raced against. So, he was reconciling. I mean, he's 41 years old. That's nothing. He's 3 years older than me.
Yep.
Absolutely nothing.
Scary.
And can still do it. The camera gone down again.
Yeah, we are having technical problems with the cameras.
So yeah, it's tremendously sad to lose someone that young, still competing at the top level, still doing the job. He still had a hell of a lot to give.
Definitely.
So yeah, that was a bit of a shock.
Tragic. And NASCAR, I think, feels just a little bit emptier.
Yeah, it's going to take a little while to come back from that. I mean, it was good to see the Spire Motorsports car win with Suarez. Got the opportunity, obviously, with KBM. In the 7, the week before, Kyle was driving the 7 Spire Motorsports truck. He won. So, and Spire obviously now were KBM. They have all of his trophies and stuff all still there.
Yeah.
So he has a legacy there.
Yeah.
He will, I can see he will be inducted into the 2027 Hall of Fame. Because he deserves to be there.
Yeah,
without
absolutely.
a shadow of a doubt. There's no arguments to put him in.
Yeah.
So, yeah, synonymous with the 18 and the 8. Yeah.
Tragic.
They're going to struggle, I think, with that one.
Moving forward. British touring cars. So we've had 2 rounds since we've last properly spoke.
We had Brands Hatch.
And we've just had Snetterton just gone, and a very warm Snetterton.
Yeah, fully baked.
Fully baked Snetterton. I think the racing at Brands was better than it was at Snet. I felt for everyone at Snet.
Yeah, I think the temperature played... The racing was really good at Brands, I thought.
Yeah.
Really good. It's always... I'm a bit... with Brands Indy. It's too short for me, as I've discussed before.
Yeah.
So, but touring cars always put on a good show. It's tight, action packed. Ash is getting it done.
Ash is doing what Ash is expected to do. And to be honest, 3 rounds in, Toka are going to do their best to wind the boost back and peg them back and do what they need to do. But you know that somehow Ash is going to get the job done. I'm going to call it now. He's going to be a 5-timer.
He's doing a cracking job. And he's being unlucky. I mean, he had to push the limit this weekend, didn't he? And he got the track limits and dropped back. He had to push the limit, but that's a hell of a drive. Ricky's doing a cracking job, and yet again, podiums.
And I think, and I will put this out there for the world to talk about, I think Ricky Collard is outperforming Tom Chilton.
I agree.
And I think if you want a driver that wants to be a wingman to Tom Ingram, Ricky Collard.
I think he could be a little bit more than a wingman. I think he could be a title contender.
Yeah. Well, certainly if it carries on this way.
But I did find it brilliant, though, this weekend. He's overtaken and he's still flashing the lights.
Yeah.
He may have actually done what we said and put it on the throttle pedal.
I
love it.
I definitely think that could be the case. I mean, the weekend started off a bit spicy with the qualifying race anyway.
Yeah, it did. Yeah.
Because obviously there was a bit of contact.
How are we enjoying this qualifying race? How are you finding it?
I'm liking it so far because it is bringing the action.
Yeah.
It is bringing the action. And you know what? It is bringing that little bit of needle. We've had 3 rounds so far. We'll see how it goes later on in the year. We've got more tracks to visit. So far, so good. So
I agree with you on that one.
I'm enjoying that format. I don't think it's bringing as many more spectators to a Toka round as people think, because from what I gather, speaking to people, they're like, yeah, we're still getting sort of the average crowd numbers we normally get on a Saturday.
Yeah, I don't think people are going to change their habits for that, to be honest with you.
But I think what it's doing is it's driving traffic to the YouTube side.
Yeah, which is what they wanted.
Yeah, and I think that is going to be... It's not going to leave ITV completely, but I think once... Because I think this is the last year of the ITV contract, isn't it?
Aren't they meant to be shutting ITV4 down?
Yes.
So
ITV3 and 4 are going.
That it needs to remain on free to view.
Yes. So I think it's going to go onto ITVX and YouTube.
Yeah.
And it would be, it's a modern world. We're streaming more content now, especially sports content.
Yeah, but it still needs to be on terrestrial TV because my granddad's in his 80s now and he still watches British touring cars on ITV4. He loves it. He doesn't watch Formula 1 because he can't watch it for free. Even though I pay for subscriptions for him, he can't work it out. Bless him. So he won't watch it unless it's free. And I think there are still fans out there that are of that age.
Yeah.
It's got to be on free to view. It has to be.
So you think it should make the move to ITV for the races?
I think if you're going to do it, chuck it on ITV would be brilliant. But they won't lose 11 hours of TV on ITV, will they?
Yeah. But terrestrial TV are losing viewership. A lot less people are watching terrestrial TV now. It's all streaming.
You're not wrong.
And I think that's where the world is going.
Yeah.
Eventually. We know that's going to be the case. Sorry, going back to SNES. I mean, Brands was brilliant.
Brands was brilliant.
Great racing, some good wins. Sutton took off into the distance. And we kind of knew from then on, okay, it's going to be... I mean, Ricky Collard really emerged. We knew he was good at round 1.
Well, he left the day 3rd in the points.
Yeah. And I think with the mixed conditions at Brands... That was kind of okay, yeah, I see what's going on here.
Yeah, I mean, mate, let's be honest, right? Ricky's tiny.
Yeah,
he's like a half of a Mount Neal. And then we saw this weekend when they had the onboards. Yeah, you think, Jesus, he looks like he's in a car seat. And
because it's Senna Proctor's seat.
Have you seen the size of Senna Proctor?
Huge. He's a unit.
He's a massive Yorkshireman.
So unfortunately, they've had the dregs. They've just gone to the spare parts in the back and was like, do you know what would be really funny? Let's give him this seat.
So how many cushions have we got in the truck?
9, 10, 11,
stuff
12.
that one in. Stuff that one in. Can you reach the pedals yet?
Yeah, no, right, go to Dunelm Mill.
But he's like every single weekend for him at the minute is just he's getting thrown in and he's not driven the car. Did you see how hard that was to drive during quali?
Yeah, looked at.
She looked like an absolute bitch to drive.
Yeah. But he, as he quite rightly said, he said, "I'm going out in free practice. I haven't driven this in like 3 years."
Nope. Fair play, mate. I'm
I would
impressed.
say, and I'll go back to what I said before. I think Ricky Collard is doing a better job in that car than Tom.
I agree with you on that. And then the whole thing we had this weekend with the qualifying race, Charles Rainford and Tom. Don't get me wrong.
Tim Harvey's a savage.
That was funny. I don't mind Tom Chilton. I ain't got any beef with him.
No, same.
And he's a nice guy. So.
But he did give him a nudge.
Yeah, mate, come on. Right?
Aussie rules. He gave it out, and Charles went, "All right, have it back."
And this is what Charles has got this year. He's got that in his armoury.
It's got a bit of an edge.
Exactly. He wants that championship, and I loved it. Fair play, cracking job, Charles. Really, really good. We enjoyed it, and you don't want to be penalising. I mean, come on, Tom. You've raced in touring cars for long enough to know that that's gonna happen. You race back with JP, Matt, Neil, Gordon Shedden used to do it, still does it now. So it happens. We like to see it.
Yeah.
If you give it out, expect it back. You're going to get a receipt.
Yeah.
And that's from everyone on the grid. Ricky Collard gives it, takes it, doesn't bitch about it. Ash takes it, gets it. Tom Ingram, exactly the same. I think some of Tom's move this weekend, you could see. Robust, he's desperate, he's on the edge. I mean, geez, that car was moving around when he was on the boost catching, and he just, mate, that's car control to save that. So there's some drivers that can and some drivers that can't. Tom, I just think, I don't know, I don't think he's got it to be a champion in British touring cars. Not with the likes of Ash Sutton and Tom Ingram. Ricky Collard out, even in there now, Charles Rainford could be a champion. Darren De Leon's got it as well. Just don't think he can win races. There's no doubt about it. He's not a bad driver in the slightest, but I just don't think he's got it. And I don't think he's got the luck a lot of the time either. He's been bloody unlucky.
Yeah. Well, speaking of luck, Cookie, good God.
Yeah, Jesus, like I say, that guy could fall in a fucking bowl of booze and come up with a penis.
Yeah.
He really could, bless him. What does he have to do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You kind of wonder how many ladders he's walked over under Black Cats. He's tripped over.
He won the week before in a C1 for the 24-hour race. I think he used all the lockup.
Yeah, we're gonna come to that because we obviously did the episode. But yeah, it was great to see him and Jade there and enjoying themselves. Ryan Bensley as well. And and having that was after he had the unfortunate Brands Hatch second puncture in a row when he's in the zone.
Yep.
Ready to go, and it's like, oh, okay.
He's been bloody unlucky. Speedworks this weekend were a bit weird. Aaron Taylor-Smith had issues with the car, which is a shame.
Yeah.
Cookie did. Shedden drove brilliantly, I thought, in race 3 to win that off pole.
Yeah.
Champions drive. I got nothing bad to say about it. I thought that was class.
It was. But it's clear to see that particular car, because it is a hatch, it is hampered.
It's struggling in the straight line speed. Really, isn't it? It's just not.
But is that all drag?
Yeah, it is.
Or is it all or is there a little bit of boost in there?
Possibly, but it is a draggy car, and when you've got the more sleeker designs, you can just see it. You can see it.
So when are we going to see the Corolla Estate rock up?
I don't know. Speedworks have got the budget to do it.
We'll see.
To be honest with you,
we'll see.
Be a shame, but it's not a bad car.
Speaking of Gordon Shedden, we need to go and have a cup of coffee with him.
We do, yeah.
So, as you would have seen previously, a few weeks ago, we did the British Touring Car Top 10 drivers, and Scott made some feelings known about a certain Mr. Shedden. Well, Gordon did actually get into, and do you know what? I really rate him for him. I've got no problem with Gordon, by the way, but he messaged me. I love Gordon Shedden.
Because you're more famous than me.
As a matter of fact, I think I've still got a signed placard. You know the placards they used to, I don't know if they still do them, actually. They're signed little placard things they do, and they hand them out. Mm-hmm. I've still got a Matt Neal and a Gordon Shedden one at home. I loved Gordon Shedden as a driver.
Well, at least you got one when a load of them didn't get it. That's part of the reason, but there you go.
But it was a first impression. You made your feelings known. He's seen the clip and he got in touch with us and actually said, you know what, it wasn't, first impressions and all that. Obviously, he'd had a bad day or he wasn't having a good time at that moment. So fair play, Gordon, for getting in touch. And he's actually said at some point soon, hopefully, we can have a cup of coffee. And
yeah, that's fine.
But
I'd say first impressions go a hell of a long way, and that was the first impression I got. So
fair enough. But
he still made my list, though.
He did. He
still made my list.
He did. I can't believe I forgot to put Matt Neal on. I'm so sorry, Matt. But
he drove brilliantly at Snet. That race too.
He had
a good weekend. He drove well all weekend, really honest.
Yeah.
To put yourself in that draw.
But the fact that he was holding off Ash Sutton, who was in a car that's on it.
And Ash said, I gave it everything. I had nothing more to give, and he did it. He was defended perfectly. He used the boost as and when he needed to.
Yeah.
And that boost is bloody powerful.
Well, let's talk about boost. Let's talk about what they're giving the cars, because Jade Edwards made her feelings very known as a pundit. And do you know what? I sat there and I thought, thank you. It's a pundit that's actually calling out the championship they're covering.
Yeah. And how he tried to backtrack on that a little bit. Oh, shit, my job's on the line. Balance.
But it's, to be fair with that, it's the same around the world. They have that problem in supercars, I think a little bit in Formula One as well. Sometimes you've just got to call out.
GT racing, as well, when you get the bop and the change and everything else, you've got to keep tweaking it. You've got to keep tweaking it. It's slightly too powerful.
Yeah.
I think, at the minute. So, just little fine tweaks. I know, all you for the Tin Hat Brigade, because there's a lot of you online. Some of you might listen, some of you won't. But there's a very good British touring car page on Facebook.
Yeah.
Which Kevin runs. He does a fucking cracking job of it as well. The comments that pop up on this with the people that basically are saying it's fixed for Ash.
Yeah.
Wait, it's not. Come on, it's not.
No.
He is that bloody good. The car is so much better being a hatch.
Yeah.
The saloon.
A saloon,
not a hatch. It's so much better.
The fact that they've taken it to wind tunnels and they've done proper wind tunnel testing to find out
They knew the issue with this car, and then, as we spoke about before, that there was going to be a change. People thought it was a new car. They've been clever, used the focus. The rules came in, and they've waited for the rules to change.
Yep.
They did it. They've done a cracking job, and Ash is doing a fucking mega job.
I think he is, yeah.
He's doing a better job than Dan Cam.
Yep.
And let's be honest, with Sam and
Lewis
Selby. Lewis, of his own admission, was shocked to get into a touring car, I think.
Yeah.
He's a cracking driver, but it's a massive jump.
It is a jump. I think first half of the season you're going to see he has had his moments.
Do you know what, though? I was bloody impressed. He is getting his elbows out.
He is.
And he's getting involved. Fair play.
Oh, he got feisty at Brands with him, didn't it?
Yeah. And again, at Snet, I watched him at Snet coming through. Fair play, nothing. He's not... he's doing a good job. The speed will come. Ash has been doing touring cars for long enough. The guy knows what he's doing. He's a multiple champion. He is probably going to go down as the best British touring car driver ever.
Apologies, another enforced short break because this heat waves it's overeating our cameras and they keep shutting down to protect themselves. Stop doing that, cameras.
Yeah, so if they shut down again, you will see the BBC holding screen with
my
Rob.
face on it.
Yeah.
Because I can. Yeah. Now, I think the standout moment of Snetterton, so we obviously spoke about the boost and Jade and everyone, Jade calling it out, which completely right to do. She was spot on there.
Yeah.
The racing itself, I think there was a lot of moments where it was like, okay, this is quite manufactured, like hitting the boost and cars going. Nick Hamilton, though.
Cracking with job. Cracking. Finally on the podium. Jack Sears Trophy winner.
Not a dry eye in the house.
No, sir. But before we get into the plaudits and how bloody good he was, shame on you, ITV, for cutting away and not going and talking to him.
Yeah.
Tom even gave you the chance to go do it and you didn't do it. I'd have rather have listened to Nick than listened, no offence, to Jade, Howie and Nicky and Tim. I'd have rather have seen Nick. 15 years he's been trying to do that. And you didn't give him 30 seconds. So
I'm wondering, in their defence, I'm wondering if they did have a producer in their ears going, you need to cut to this, you need to cut to this.
Oh, no, I don't doubt they did, but
so
that's what we wanted to see was Nick.
So I have a feeling they will probably at the next round make up for it.
They will.
With a feature.
They will, but they should have spoken to him because that was a moment that just would have brought the house down.
And you know what as well? people talk about it and the shit he gets.
Yeah. Well, the trolls online, you're disgusting.
And it came out again.
Yeah.
And it's like 1 to 3 people that I saw. I mean, some of the comments, I've never wanted to reach through a computer monitor and punch someone in the face as much as I did. Because some of the stuff, they wouldn't say that in the street because they get nicked.
Yeah.
So why the hell gives them the right? I mean, some of the stuff they were saying is absolutely abhorrent. It was personal attacks. It was nothing to do with his racing.
No,
exactly.
Personal attacks. And I tell you what, it's just...
And it was hiding behind a fake profile.
Exactly. And you cannot take away from the fact Nick did a fantastic job, raced through. He had a good weekend, the whole weekend. You know what I mean?
Because I will admit, I was worried at the start of the year. He'd gone into the X8 car, but it was very much he was going into car number 4.
Yeah, but you know what, right? That's still the best car he's had and the best car he's driven.
I think so,
proving now, you know what? He can do a job.
Yeah, he can.
Right, so
if you look at the times, he's up there.
Yeah. So, mate, cracking job. Mega.
Just stunning job.
Absolutely mega. You and your brother both on the podium this weekend, mate.
That was
awesome fucking job. I ain't got nothing bad to say about that.
Unreal.
I did see Aidan Moffat, the social media mogul that is Aidan Moffat online. Absolutely brilliant.
What happened to PMR at SNET? Because they were fast at Brands, fast at the first round. What's gone on there?
It's like all their horsepower left.
Yeah.
It was quite funny because you saw on Monday Aidan's thing post, obviously, his skip truck. And he goes, you know, the worst thing about it is this has got more power than my Audi. No, the skip's got more power than my Audi.
Yeah.
Oh, I love him on social media.
But even Adam Weaver posted up and said, you know, we've got problems with straight line speed for some reason.
Yeah.
Whether it was the heat was a factor, whether they'd had the boost turned down by Cosworth, whether they'd had some balance and performance tweaks, I don't know.
No, I don't know. But you've gone from them being really quick to... whoa, why are you back there?
Now, a big shout out to friend of the show, Mick Palmer, because he did very correctly point out and did make the point of saying Tom Ingram's alternator issues. There was a few issues last year with it well. It's not
a new issue.
It's not a new issue. So how the hell is that taking 2 years to rectify?
Yeah, exactly.
It's clearly potentially a heat soak issue. It's got to be, right?
It must be. It must be. But why is it always Tom?
Yeah.
Well, then again, but we don't know what's happening with Tom Chilton's car. Are they alternator issues as well? Because we never know. We never get told, really, do we?
No, but Tom, the Chilton car's failed a few times.
It has indeed, yeah.
So
very similarly as well.
And I'm pretty sure Adam Morgan's did last year at one point. So the only other time I've really seen an alternator fail is when it gets heat soak, and of course,
I mean, this is the only time I've ever seen even old crap. But if that's the road car shot, if race cars are going to be fairly well new and looked at and checked, and usually it's heat soak issues. I've seen it on some big American stuff. So interesting.
Definitely.
Plato Racing though, bit of a shame.
Thoughts?
Robo fell back. I still think that they're still lacking in development time with that car. It's a good car, but
everyone's been quick to pile in as well. But you're up against Napa, who have been developing that car for how long? They've only they've welded a boot onto it, but the rest of the car, how long have they been developing
for? Right. They had that on point. It's still the same bloody wheelbase.
Right.
It's a little bit heavier, but it's now aerodynamically better. The Accelerate Hyundai's been around for 5 years now, 6 years.
And the rest.
So that's a good, well-developed car with drivers that have now been in that for a good long time.
Yep.
That CLA is new.
Yeah.
And they're learning the car.
Yeah.
Team are learning the car. Drivers are learning the car.
Yeah.
So this is all new. First time they've run it in that heat.
Yeah.
And the tyres and everything. So Robo, good job what they did. Robo switching with Ad. I thought Ad did a good job. Thought Robo did a good job.
And I think that switching with Adam was also a little bit of...
Those two are pushing but they're pushing in the same direction.
Well, Robot Part owns a team as well, so he's not only got his driver's head on, he's got...
Team owner.
Yeah.
Yeah, we want points. Cracking job. Cars look good. Did a good job. I felt for Ads because he'd driven his arse off for that podium. And just tyres went off. But it will come. It will come.
Definitely so.
Yeah.
The one thing, so I was actually working bank holiday Monday just gone. I was
racing lawnmowers, Hondas.
Yeah, racing Hondas. Some good racing, about 15, 16 entered, and we had a couple of cars drop off later in the day. So grids at club racing and grids so far, there was something that was brought to my attention through a friend of the show. got in touch, and he H.A. Owen actually
Yep.
sent me a result sheet from Castle Combe that rang alarm bells.
Well, you sent it to me, and I went, "Where's part one?"
Yeah, what happened?
Honestly, when you sent that to me, I thought that was the second sheet, and you were showing me someone that DNF'd.
Yeah, now Castle Combe is a well-loved. I love Castle Combe.
I know a lot of people that love it.
It's
adore it.
And they've got a racing club there. They've had a lot of great success. I mean, can we remember the Motorsport TV, Motors TV?
Motors TV, yeah.
The what is it? The live race days they did, where they would make club racing, and it was a big thing back then. And they would normally go to Castle Combe.
Yep.
And it would be live one day, and you'd see all the domestic championships. I mean, their saloon championships back in the day was probably one of the most successful I have seen. It was packed. Absolutely packed. And you had the big power turbo stuff at the front. You had MG sort of in the middle of the field, and you had the smaller stuff at the back. Something from like massively cammed, stretched 1400s, 1600s. You had a Corsa in Class D that I think was Mike Good potentially won it.
Right.
That rings a bell. Castle Combe Saloons at one point had 4 cars start the race and one finish. Wow, they threw the checkered flag out with 1 car left.
It's not. I mean, mate, I tell you what, if that happened, it's happened actually on some of the classes when I raced in ovals, and they went, "You're not having your own race. It's a waste of time. I'm going to throw you in with them." Yeah.
And the GTs haven't been strong for a while, and Formula Ford 1600 could only conjure up 6.
It's not.
I'm worried. I'm genuinely. Is this the start? We've had a few series over the years. Times tough out there.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
What that should be is a potential turning page moment where people actually go, shit, if we're not careful, guys,
we're going to lose these.
We're going to lose the sport. We are going to lose the sport.
That should ring alarm bells. That in itself should bring on a meeting.
Yeah.
To be discussed.
Yeah.
And maybe go out to these people that aren't racing or didn't race. Why didn't you race? We just want to know. Like what?
We need to know.
Yeah, because is there anything that we can do to help?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I bet you, number one, cost.
Oh, 100%, mate.
Because circuit hire, it's absolutely atrocious.
It's through the roof. And with everything else, fuel's through the roof. Our licenses went up again this year.
Yeah.
It's hitting everyone in the pocket.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people that aren't racing this year or have cut down their racing this year, like me, like you, because of cost.
Yeah.
That's the biggest problem is cost.
Yeah. And I'm lucky enough that, I plan to do so. I mean, to be honest, I didn't go out SNEC because there was a problem, but we'll talk about that another time. But, the only reason I go racing is because I'm very lucky that I've got people that help me go racing, and I've got partners that back me, and I do a bit of work for Silver Lake, and they help with some sponsorship for entry fees. So if I know for a fact if I didn't have that, I wouldn't be going racing.
Mate, it's really hard. It's really, really hard, and especially after what happened at Porsche Club. There's drivers there that aren't going back out because of their cars being written off.
Really?
Yeah. It's bad, mate. There was a massive accident. I don't know if you've seen online or anything else. Luke Kelly, he's all right now, which is good. He had a huge one. I won't get into it, but it was a domino effect of someone that was maybe slightly inexperienced, over exuberant, caused damage to one car in particular. The car I was running that day broke the front subframe. End of the day, the guy's paid his money, and someone who's just being a bit stupid has done that. Caused domino effect into another accident. Dropped coolant on the floor. Lap 2 come round. There's still coolant on the floor. Then 2 of them have gone off. One of them has picked up a friend of the podcast, Kyle. So Kyle Wells absolutely smashing race, just like driven away.
Yeah,
the he's rapid. And I want to talk about him because a friend of the pod had a cracking weekend as well, other than this getting written off. And Luke obviously we're going down into Agostini, it's at Snetterton. Luke's going backwards. He hasn't got any control of the car because he's spun on the coolant, and Kyle's on the apex, and Luke hits him. Nothing either of them could do.
Yeah,
resulting in Luke's car somersaulting, disintegrating in the air. Yeah, there are some pictures online. It's pretty spectacular. Obviously, Luke's pretty shaken up by that. Car's dead. Formerly championship-winning car, very good car, now never to be seen again in bits. And the Boxster, which is now got to be repaired to get Kyle back out. So that comes down to driving standards, but it's not just the cost that you've got. It's because of some of the driving standards in certain classes and things maybe aren't being dealt with the way they should be being dealt with.
Okay.
Which has a knock-on effect because these cars are getting written off, and then people are going, why would I spend my money to come and race in a championship where essentially I'm just getting beaten about, or I could get written off again? Motorsport is dangerous, we understand it.
Yeah, 100%.
But that doesn't help the fact those championships, you're gentlemen drivers essentially. We want to go, turn up, have fun, be great to get some silverware, go home. That's it. We don't want to be repairing cars. As much as it is my business to repair cars, and I love doing it. But it'd be nice to just look after some cars and not have to fix them. But that might be one of the other factors as well, not just the cost, but obviously the cost to repair these cars. That could wipe out someone's budget.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. The thing is, you will have some detractors kind of say, "Well, don't race a Porsche and race something a bit cheaper." It's not just
about Porsche, mate. These Porsches are no more expensive than a racing Honda. They're not, are they? Really? Some of these guys are spending big monies on the Hondas. Same with the modified Fords.
Yeah, true. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I get your point. Yeah.
Some of the Citroen C1s out there and the 116s, they're having big money spent on these cars.
Yeah.
You can spend as much as you want to spend on your car.
Yeah.
Essentially. But it doesn't matter. No matter whether your budget's 10 grand or 100 grand. You race within your budget, you set yourself a budget out, and if 3/4 of your budget, half your budget's then getting taken up from damage, you're not going to be enthused to go racing, are you?
No, you're not.
So that could be part of the other problem as well, just the constant maintenance and repairs and things like that. There's a lot of factors in that, maybe that we're getting down on some grids, maybe just the parts for the cars are getting a little bit harder to get hold of as well, like the Formula Ford 1600s.
Yeah, because a lot of them being speciality race cars.
Exactly, yeah.
The Formula Fords in particular, sort of the pre-90 sort of spec cars, but very much so difficult to get hold of. Even silly things like
maybe the trends as well that we go through about people that want to race in those championships and series. Is it sort of
because on the other end of it, you are seeing a lot more people going endurance racing and trying to get more bang for their buck.
Exactly, it's seat time. We were at the 24, and we will get on the 24. But when we were at the 24, a lot of people, and we had that conversation. Did you enjoy the 24? Yeah, because of the amount of time I got in the car. You know what? It's good. But also, if you've got someone who's 18, what do they want to race? A car that they know and they see. You say, oh, go and race a Porsche, whatever. But they're going to want to do that. Are you going to get... So there's guys now that race these early 90s Formula Ford 1600s. I'm going to use them as an example. I'm not digging at it at all. But the guys now that race those and remember watching those, maybe are now becoming... They're not racing anymore, retiring. You know what I mean? And they're maybe keeping hold of the car because it's got sentimental value. It doesn't really owe them any money anymore.
Okay, yeah.
If you look at it at that point.
Yeah, potentially. I mean, I think if Motorsport UK were to come out and actually, unfortunately it's data, so they
questionnaire would be a cracking idea. Mid-season questionnaire, end-of-season questionnaire. You put it out to everybody.
But I also think they need to be transparent because they do say, we're getting more license holders. And like, okay, don't count the free licenses. How many rally license holders have you got? How many circuit racing license holders have you got?
Yeah.
Because I bet you the numbers are actually declining because I'm hearing more people aren't renewing their licenses than they are.
Mate, I know former champions, very good, and they're involved in motorsport, that have not renewed their license purely for the fact it costs too much bloody money. Not just the license, but everything else. We're held so highly to tyres in one make series. You're buggered where you buy your tyres from. It's great that they're affiliated with that tyre manufacturer, but you've got to run those tyres, and then you're monopolised to where you can buy your tyres. That's not...
Oh, yeah. Well, what? You have to get them from this, and they've got to be stamped with this. And
you've got it in one.
It just so happens that they've also got a massive markup on them.
Again, nail on head. So maybe if you ran 2 tyres, doesn't have to be. But you go, right, okay, you can buy it from this guy and this guy and this guy. And if you've got a contact, it's up to you. I know people that had contacts at bloody Nankang and they could get their tyres and they were getting them cheaper and that pissed off the organiser. Well, why? Oh, because you're not getting your cut, but it's saving them, and they're on the grid, so you're still getting your entry fee. When they close that off, well, they're like, well, that's another grand. We can't do another grand for 8 rounds of the year. That's $8,000. We can't do that. They don't race. So for that, you've lost one entry minimum. You see what I mean there?
Yeah, I get that. Yeah.
So maybe that's another thing that there's multiple factors. It's not one thing. It's multiple factors, I think. And I think if there was a questionnaire or a discussion that came out.
Yeah, I think there's also too many championships as well.
Oh, I agree, mate. It was too many. You can't be having... Imagine if you want a good grid of quality, not lots of grid with dwindling numbers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Too many, yeah.
So I think ultimately, again, and it goes back to our governing body, could it be a point that when Motorsport UK are looking over these permits, giving permits out for these series to be...
How many Volkswagen championships have we got, man?
There's a couple. Mazda championships as well. You've got one in 750. You've got a couple of BRSCC. You've got one 750 BRSCC. There was one in Bark that was like, what was it, Max 5.
Yeah.
That then went, they had dwindling numbers. MSV have now got Miata Trophy, so it spreads across. But then to be fair, you sit down with Aidan and he goes, well, no, for the business, I will run my cars in both.
Yeah.
So if the calendar is... So I think ultimately, with somebody like that, the maybe... And I know it's difficult because you've got businesses going up against each other and trying to get customers that are from the same customer base.
Yeah.
I think ultimately there probably needs to be a bit more cooperation between the clubs to actually sit down and go, look, here's what our calendar is going to look like. Where are the clashes? Can we try and avoid those clashes? Because they know
the calendars this year have not married up nicely.
No, with a lot.
No, a lot of it.
But again, it's also the circuits. There's so many. I mean, if we were to put a spider diagram to all of this, it would be an absolute mishmash. It would be like that meme from Sunny in Philadelphia when the guy's got the lines everywhere and the pictures all on the wall, and he's like,
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? No,
Yeah.
it's. I get it. Motorsport's big business, and I'm not saying that it should be socialist motorsport. I'm not saying that at all.
No, it just comes down to a bit of common sense, and you know what?
Yeah.
What's good for the goose is good for the gander.
But the fact that to switch that, we've spoken about Castle Combe, so they had saloons ending up with one car finishing a race and Formula Ford 1600, but they had the Dave Allen Trophy that had nearly 40 entry because it was an entry fee. It was a 40-minute race and it was £200.
Yeah.
Whether that was subsidised,
you know what I mean? Oh, the entry fee's attainable.
Yeah,
like and representative
and Hot Hatch was full. So they've also, you say about different championships and stuff like that. So saloons, it used to be that you had 1600, Formula Ford 1600s, saloons, GTs. That was basically it.
Do you think people have got a figure in mind when it comes to an entry fee per round? I mean, what is, let's take, you race modified Fords. What's your modified Fords entry fee?
Depends on the circuit because we run it as not for profit.
Yeah, and it's also, so the circuit is dictating to you guys how much the entry fee is.
Yes, because it's the cost to hire the circuit.
Exactly. But are we talking between 250 and 500 quid?
Yeah.
Some championships, we're not talking about GT stuff, guys with big money. I'm talking like what I race. That's nearly £700 now per entry fee for two 20-minute races and a 25-minute. Two 25-minute races and 20-minute qualifying.
Okay.
And at Snetterton, they knocked the race down to 15 minutes and didn't tell them till they were on the fucking grid.
That's a bit cheeky.
That's not on. So it's, you know what I mean? MSVR all comers, the end of last year, the entry fee was 150 quid. You had reserves, man, waiting in a line to get into the race. You had people racing, finishing, going into Parc Fermé, but then straight into assembly to race in the next race. They just finished a 20-minute race.
Yeah.
To do that, because the entry fee is actually going, wow, you know what? For 250 quid, 250
it's a bit
quid.
of extra competitive track time.
I think, like a £300 entry fee is good. You could fill your grids, and have the reserve list. So you're having a good quality grid. It bumps your numbers up for a decent entry fee. If you're going to charge X amount for tyres and make your markup, the entry fee's got to represent that. That's my opinion. If there's a cheap race and I've got the Boxed in, you got the Focus or whatever, you go, well, look at that. That's not a bad deal. Yeah.
But again, it's one of, and it's also why I'm proud to hang my hat with the modified Fords and go racing with him, because
non for profit.
Yeah, not for profit. Everything, and Paul Neville, he's got the passion for it, and everything that he tries to do, he tries to put
one of the biggest grids in the country.
Yeah,
and the biggest followings as well. But that it helps that you're all bloody.
It helps that it's blue oval. Yeah. That helps as well, and the fact that.
But there are lots of brand loyal to different brands as well, the MGs and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I must admit, I've only done 2 rounds so far of the racing Hondas, but the fact that it's done with the car show side of it as well.
That's a cracking idea. I love that.
So the fact that you've got the car, effectively, it's a massive car show, but with a bit track activity. Obviously, time attack's always going to be the main one, but the racing Hondas there as well. You can physically, I could see it at Cadwell and I could see it at Donington yesterday when I was there. You could see the crowds coming to the fence to watch the racing.
They're there for both. It's a cracking idea. I think we touched on this before. If you have stuff like that, it draws people in. But it's a day out.
And MSV are very good at putting on the... I mean, you look at the... they had the Brands Britannia, didn't they?
Yeah.
With CSCC. Mm-hmm. Some great grids out on there, massive grids. But you could see they also, because they make an event, MSV are so good at doing this.
Yeah.
Croft are starting to build up their side, so they're trying to do the events. Now, Castle Combe, the one thing I saw when people were obviously discussing the Castle Combe issues that's emerged from yesterday, someone actually put that they've gone completely the other way and kind of not concentrated on the race club as much
and gone
off
track.
Well, they've got all the action days, haven't they? So they're used to, they're making their main revenue stream is from that.
I understand.
And I get that. And unfortunately, I mean, Silverstone, they do all the corporate days.
They make big money on the corporate days, and you've heard that. Silverstone's a different beast, though, isn't it? It's the home of British motorsport. It's a massive facility.
Yeah. And they're just building on it and building on it and building on it.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't want to... we've come a long way since when the British Grand Prix was sort of, is it going to be at Silverstone? Can we afford it?
Yeah, because Bernie had a knife to him at one point.
Yeah, I think they've had to do stuff like that in order for them to be able to go, no, do you know what? We can stand on our own 2 feet. We can do this ourselves.
Yeah.
And you need that. I do get it. I do 100% get it. It's a big draw, though. To go race at Silverstone is a big draw.
And the facilities that they've built are impressive. The Escapade site that's at cool. Maggers and Beckett's, beautiful. The hotel, beautiful, brilliant.
The karting track, cracking little karting track they've just built there as well. They've got the museum there. There's lots of stuff going on there. But to have an event on where there's stuff going on off track and the family can go and have a day out and watch some cracking racing, do you know what? If you're at an event as a club racer, or you've not club raced yet, but you go along to an event and there's stuff going on, the kids are doing stuff, and you go and watch the race, you go, do you know what? I'd love to race like here in front of a crowd, because it does give you a little lift when you go out of the pit and you look down. I've done supercar pageant twice. Yeah. And it's cracking. Yeah. Honestly, you go out and there's, oh my God, we're being watched. This is brilliant. Yeah, it's amazing. It gives you a little lift, it gives you a buzz, you make loads of effort.
Full power live. So you Brands, when you come out onto the grid, and obviously you got the banking there, and you watch them because they've got all the car stands up there, and all the car clubs, and you can see them all kind of go, oh, the Mud Fords are out, so they close their car doors and they make their way down, and you kind of go, oh, okay.
It gives you a little fizz, doesn't it?
It does. It does. So credit for it to MSV for doing that. American Speedfest. Oh, that's coming up next week. Unfortunately, I'm going to be in Rhodes, but that's coming up in a couple of weeks. But the fact that they secured the rights for Euro NASCAR, and they've gone, we're going to make this a spectacular event. And that's, apart from the touring cars and the trucks, that's one of their biggest grossing events of the year. Yeah,
I think but you just want a bit of quality on it. You want to see value for money. If you can feel like you're getting value for money, then you don't mind spending it. But if you don't feel like you're getting value for money, then you're not going to turn up. As well as what everyone else has got problems and things going on outside of motorsport and racing. And at some point, you've got to make that decision and go, it's not for me this year. But I think gauging people's opinions and things that are going on, involving all of us license holders, would go a hell of a long way to understanding the problems that we are looking at going forward.
Yeah, because there was, so if you go onto, and again, I'm not deliberately bagging MS UK, but you go onto their website and they've got this Vision 2030. And they're talking about the right things like sustainability and moving forward with the sport, etc., etc. They're talking the right things that way. And they did this video, and Dave Richards was there, and I think David Lapworth was there as well. And they were talking about the sport and the challenges it faces. And they were very blasé when they spoke about the cost. And they were like, well, you know, motorsport has always been expensive to get into. And it's like,
these guys,
hold on, dude.
But these guys aren't living like we're living.
They're not PAYE. They're not struggling to run a business. They've been there, done that. They're very successful, and you've got to give them so much. You can't knock them
for that. But when you are not in and around that for a very, very long time, your perceptions change.
Yeah, they're a bit out of touch with reality of many of the club races.
Yeah, I agree with you. And you're not going to get people in there like you and me to get onto the committee and stuff like that, because generally, you know what it's like. But sometimes, you know what I mean? You just have to take the opinion and look at what's going on outside of your bubble.
Yeah.
Basically. And I don't mean that in a horrible way.
And sometimes actually go to a couple of club meetings and just walk around the paddocks and talk to competitors and go, how are you going racing? How do you
know what? You would get so much respect if you did that.
Yeah, I'd say so.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And understand where it's come from. I think that's why I think Jonathan Palmer's doing such a good job with what he's doing with MSV. He's been down there. You still see him fly. Yeah, he comes in fucking Palmer 1.
The helicopter.
And lands, and then he's there. But you know what I mean? He's in and around and about. Brands quite a lot, and he sees the stuff. And I think MSVR are doing the best job at the moment of trying to put on events for us.
Well, because it ties in with the circuits, it's a lot easier for them to do. It is a lot
easier. Maybe they should help. I know it's a business,
but they do. But again, they do tie in some of their events. I mean, the CSCC were at Brands Britannia, so MSV as a circuit had the event, and the CSCC were the sort of fixture.
Yeah.
So it was all CSC races, but it was with an MSV event for the clubs on the outside, so it was good, and it means they got footfall and people through the gates, which is always good.
Yeah.
So they do it with other clubs. I'm pretty sure they had the Mazda. BRCC Mazdas at Alton Park, and they made a thing out of that, and they got all the Mazda clubs down and made a thing, and they had a parade, I think. So they are doing it. There is, so there is the cooperation is, but by all means, ladies and gentlemen, if you are watching this, you're involved in club motorsport. What is it that needs to change? What is it that you're worried about? Because we want to talk about it.
100%. This is just me and you talking bollocks.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, we both think I'm very lucky and privileged to the fact I'm involved in many different facets. As a racer, I'm very lucky to do the broadcasting when I do work for do bits for the BRCC.
You're a motorsport tart is what you are.
C1 Racing Club, and now, lucky enough I've been asked to do it for Racing Hondas as well. So I'm very privileged to do that. I love the sport and I love to give back to the sport, but I'm worried about it.
Yeah.
And you run a business, your business is Sandown Motorsport. That is your business. You've raced since you were about yay high to a grasshopper. So it affects you. It affects both of us.
Yeah, 100%.
It's something that we greatly love.
We want to get more people involved in motorsport.
Yeah, and we're fucking worried about it.
Yeah, it needs to be affordable and for everybody.
And again, I'll go out on a limb here. I do think motorsport has a class issue.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. Very much so. Very much so. It's hard to come. We've got the lower end of motorsport, which we know we're in the lower end when you're in the ovals and stuff, but I still love the ovals.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just, it's cheaper. Cracking drivers, but it's even that's becoming a little bit. This is why I want to get a certain guest on, but even that's becoming a little bit ones that can and ones that can't.
Yeah.
And you're pricing out the ones that can't.
And you're also losing places to go.
Yeah, that's the other problem. It's hard to keep a track as it is.
Yeah.
So if they're packed every weekend and they're helping the economy, and it's a hub. I mean, Jesus, we're not far from Aldershot. And when Aldershot had the old Aldershot, the HQ, that was a community hub, mate.
Yeah.
Like, there's so many people around here still talk about that now, and they miss it so much.
Yeah.
Right? So we miss that a lot, and that can be anywhere. It doesn't have to be your local oval track. That can be Brands Hatch. That can be Alton Park. That can be Croft, Cadwell.
Yeah. I mean, Thruxton's having some investment put into it. They've just knocked down the control tower. That's being turned into a big, there's a big development going on there, so the new owners doing it there.
Yeah. So it's... Yeah, just we'd love some opinions. Give us some opinions.
Absolutely.
What you'd like to see. But,
absolutely.
But I want to, just before we move on, because I know you're eager. So I do want to congratulate, because obviously Kyle is in our little karting team that we have.
Yes. Well, let's be honest. He's the fastest one.
100%. And his dad's not too bad for an old geezer either.
He's the second fastest one.
And then we've got our little ginger friend Elliot.
He's the third fastest one.
Don't do me like that.
Who's the fourth driver?
Yeah, I didn't drive. So we won't go there. Okay, Carl did a mega job. But so this last weekend, he had a cracking little opportunity. So he's 16, and then he gets to go in and jump in. So he's doing some stuff, innovation. I think it's Innovation Racing doing a good job. They're doing their young driver development, which is good. They need
and
that.
they got a great result in the first round of the British GT, didn't
so
they?
Carl had the opportunity, and I saw him running up and down the paddock Parc Fermé assembly area between his Boxster and the G55.
Yeah.
Jumped in. He's only ever done some testing days at Blyton.
Yeah.
And he jumps in and pops it on pole.
Yeah.
Beating some pretty established drivers.
Yep.
P2 in the race.
Yeah.
Against a car that shouldn't have even been in his class. And you think, are you sure? And then on the Sunday goes and wins his race.
Good man.
So, mate, well done.
Fantastic effort.
Definitely 100% driver to watch.
Yeah.
So to do that,
FYI, we cannot pay you for the karting team appearances. That's on you.
Yeah.
This is not. Yeah.
But mate, I tell you what, right? So the cars come from ovals.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's got raw talent. They haven't got the budget. So they're trying to make it, but he's got the natural ability and the talent. And the love for motorsport. So it doesn't matter where you come from.
Ovals are so underrated when it comes to developing. I haven't come from ovals. You have.
I have, yeah.
And I'm not blowing smoke up your ass, but I've seen you have some very good days out in the Boxster.
Oh, yeah, it's all right. It's not too bad.
And you've had some very good drives out in the C1.
Yeah, and I loved racing the ovals. I wasn't on the tarmac speedway, the big ones that everyone sees, the hot rods and stuff. They're big money.
Yeah.
I raced at my local track,
James Owen, the young lad that turned some heads in the modified Fords, he's racing every other week in ovals.
Mate, he's cracking.
Fantastic.
Robin C1 Club, he come from ovals. He's a hell of a peddler as well.
Yeah. So ovals produces talent.
That's the other thing. So if you're looking at getting into motorsport, the circuit stuff is great. It's brilliant. I love it. And I always wanted to race circuits. But go and look at your ovals, find your local track, pop down, have a watch. It's not all bangers. Bangers are great to watch. Yeah, they're fun. They're expensive, but some of the other stuff, like Tonga Motor Club, which is where I started. My granddad was a third member of that club. And you go and watch that, and you go and watch some of their production formulas.
Yeah.
There is some cracking drivers in that.
Yeah.
And the cars are prepped beautifully.
Yeah.
And you get in and it's like 10, 12 quid.
Yeah.
It's a full day's racing.
Yeah.
What more can you want? It's a cracking day.
Grass track racing as well.
Grass track racing, even the stuff going on at Lyddon.
Yeah.
You got Ringwood not far from here, which some of the Silver Lake boys go and do as well.
Yeah.
So motorsport is accessible. There's more to it than you think. It's not just the big circuit stuff. And with this, even the ovals are struggling.
We're privileged to be able to we put everything in to go and do the big circuit stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just worried. That's all.
100%.
We're just worried. It's almost a love letter to our sport.
Yeah.
By all means, ladies and gentlemen, get in touch. Just tell us what you think, because I think this is a topic that's just going to keep on rumbling for the rest of this year and going to the next year. But the last episode, actually, we were at a 24-hour race.
We were,
and because we were filming it partway through the 24-hour race, we didn't actually really talk about. We caught up with lots of people in the race.
We did. That podcast, which was an hour and 20 minutes.
Yeah,
was filmed over the course of like 4 or 5 hours.
Yes. Because in between doing those interviews, I then had to go and do my bit for the C1 club, like getting a wheel thrown at me, having my identity stolen, lots of other things. Blues? Yeah. But it was in between doing all of that. You were obviously catching up with a lot of people up and down the pit lane.
Yeah. I hadn't seen. Mate, I love the C1 paddock. It's a cracking paddock. And the 24-hour, there was you're talking to people that have never done a 24-hour.
Yeah.
It's their first events. And they're like, this is so good.
Yeah.
Like, so good.
And the best bit as well, obviously, so the BRSCC opened up the 24 hours and put other classes in.
One of the best things I think they've done.
And the 116s.
Mate,
and
cracking,
Mark Bate, that owns the 116 trophy, he's like, this is different gravy, this. He said, I love this.
Yeah. And speaking to the teams that raced 116s, I mean, there's one the other
Cops,
side of the yard. Yeah, Cops Automotive, Dave's lot, Clive, Mike Hurler, Ben Grucock, who I know, and those guys, and little Joe, like his first time doing this, and he was just, I watched him, and you just see him now. Joe is this tiny little ginger, and he's a little ball of energy.
Yeah.
By Sunday, he was defeated but still smiling. Like, he goes, I've never done this before in my life. He goes, you can't go to sleep. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
And then he's just burnt out. But everyone is smiling.
They loved it.
It was mega.
I mean, even teams like Team Insane, bless them, they've tried a couple of times to do the 24,
Yeah.
having to do their first engine change. It took them 12 hours, a bit longer than you'd normally take to change a C1 engine. But the guys were there. They were keen.
Do you know what? They cracked on, and they smile at the end of the race, and you see the pictures, and they're all around the car. Do you know what? You never forget doing that, ever.
Yeah.
Ever. This is bucket list, tick it off. It gives you want to do another.
Yeah.
And it's just something about it. And these guys that bought the 116s because it was opened up,
Yeah.
to then come and do it and have absolutely adored it. And they've gone, right, yeah, we'll just get the car, do the race, fuck it off afterwards. We've done it, tick the list. They don't want to sell it now. No, we're going to do another one.
Yeah.
Cracking idea.
Yeah.
I implore anyone to do a 24 if you can.
And
do it.
But it's the multi-class aspect of it as well that's just added something to it. The fact that, you had the open class, so Silver Lake took the DS3. Effectively, they just use it as a big development run.
Mate, cracking, yeah.
They were leading it until the engine went bang with 8 hours to go. But because that happens, they found a weakness within the engine that they're going to develop a part and at cost to them, and basically say to the other teams, we're developing this, we're going to give it to you at cost, but it's to develop the reliability of the car. So that's pretty bloody good as well. The Hybrid 2CV, I had a lot of love for that car. It was great to see.
To be fair, it sounded awesome.
Great to see it. The 116s that came in, I mean, they took out the overall podium. It's a 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, to be honest, were we surprised by that, though?
I was a little bit, because they'd never done a 24 before, so I didn't know if they were going to last it.
These are well-prepped cars, though.
Very well-prepped cars, but so from what they'd done before with Race of Remembrance, because they say, well, yeah, it's a 24-hour, it's a 12-hour race. Yeah, but you stop partway through, and you can work on your car in that time.
Yeah.
So it's very easy to go, right, change X, Y, Z, do this, this, and this. So
No, crack it, mate. You know what? And it was interesting talking to some of the guys that jumped into a 116 and go, why don't you do a C1? Oh, we want rear-wheel drive and 190 horsepower. I don't want to be in a C1. And then you speak to them after they've done a few hours and you go, do you know what? Them bloody C1s, they could fucking corner quick.
yeah,
You leave them on the straight, you said, and then they're back up your backside through the corners and through Maggots and Beckett's. He said, they're just all over you like a little bloody bee.
yeah.
I was like, yeah, mate. They're cracking little cars. Give them
That's
a chance.
how they do it. And I think it was actually suggested, and I'll record it here now. So Mark Bate and the 116 guys are like, we need to get in a C1, and I'm like, yes, you do.
Yeah, you do.
And Robin's a BMW man, so wouldn't that be good next year? Have Robin and the C1 crew in a 116, and then the 116
in a C1.
bosses in a C1.
I'd love to have a driving talk podcast C1. We got the cars. If anyone wants to help us out sponsoring, we'll get it out. That would be mint.
That would be, actually.
We'll still podcast while we run a car.
Having to rig all of this up in a race car.
We've got to find an efficient way.
It'll be a bloody nightmare.
Be funny though, wouldn't it?
Very funny. The other 24 that was on that weekend as well, though, the Nürburgring 24.
Yeah, I mean, Jesus, how good is Max Verstappen? You talk about generational talent. My God. I'm not his... But I wasn't his biggest fan, but the more you watch him, Jesus,
and
that lad can pedal.
He did bring extra fans to that race.
He's got the pull factor.
But for me, the star of the show was the Dacia.
Yeah, man.
That
and the M3 Touring.
Yes. Which
porn.
goes to show, if you're a petrol head, sometimes you've just got to bring something a bit unique to an endurance race.
I wonder if Robin had let us run a Dacia Sandero. Good news.
Well, there's an open class for it.
That's what I mean. That would be quite funny.
I still want to build a Pikes Peak C1.
Yeah. I've got a 3D printer. We could 3D print a body kit for a C1.
But Pikes Peak style. I want it to be massive wing, massive front aero.
We might have to get onto a couple of favours.
And you can buy a throttle body kit for a C1 engine. Just saying.
There's a lot of stuff you can do for a C1.
You can. Someone's turbocharged one.
That's very true.
It's about 100 horse.
Corolla injectors and all that little jazz.
Yeah. Might have to, the driving talk Pikes Peak C1.
Fully space frame silhouette it.
Basically. That's what it'll end up being, wouldn't it? But
yeah,
no, there's been a lot of great motorsport on. V8 supercars were down in Tasmania after a month.
Yeah. We had Indy 500 with one of the closest finishes this weekend as well. I haven't watched it yet, so I can't talk about it because I don't actually know. But one of the closest finishes.
Yeah.
That was a mega finish. I watched the finish.
Yeah, it was a great race. Obviously, V8s, I mean, the champ. We don't know until we get to the finals.
Yeah,
anyway.
That's true.
Brock Feeney's just driving out of his skin. He is a talent. He missed out on the title last year. Mostert finally got, he got another win this year. His first for Toyota.
Yep.
They're still there. Heimgartner won for Brad Jones, so the other Toyotas won now as well.
Yeah.
So
they're starting to get on top of them Toyotas, aren't they?
Yeah, very quickly. Parity's always been an issue in V8s, but that's just going to keep, people go on about how bad parity is. Yeah, in the early 2000s, mate, with the AU Falcon, it was a lot fucking worse, trust me. So
we still talk about it, though.
Yeah, definitely. And NASCAR's, we spoke about Kyle Busch, but and what's gone on there, but I'm still waiting for that SVG win, man.
It's coming. I tell you what, right, without the rain delay, and the guy was leading on an oval.
Yeah.
You know what? It's quite an interesting. You talk about SVG, and it's proofs in the. So, I'll put this into context. I was with the driver. He'd done fairly well. Stewie, he like raced Ferrari Challenge and stuff. Fairly decent little driver.
Yeah.
Had some issues last year. Jumped into a Porsche in the Cayman and stuff. And I was talking to him. We were talking about driving and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, when you go here, you heel toe. Down, he's like, heel toe. I was like, wait a minute, you don't heel toe. He's like, never been shown. What's heel toe? I was like, where have you been living? For a start, under a rock. Because so literally the first video I go to find him to introduce him to heel toe. SVG's footwork, man.
Yeah.
The guy is awesome.
Stunning.
And he's like, why is he right? That's the other thing. It's not just the heel toe. It's the fact that in them supercars, you have to learn the clutch control to use the clutch to help the car rotate and slow the engine down.
Yeah.
A lot of drivers don't do that either.
Yeah.
So that's another thing you can pick up off the oval. I don't know if I used to do it. Then he's like, well, okay, that's just another string to his bow. So you can guarantee these NASCAR drivers now, they're going to be watching that guy's footwork.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he didn't kick the camera. Well, he did, didn't he?
Yeah.
He's like, sod of, no way. Giving away my secrets.
Yeah, just a very quiet Kiwi. He's just like, no, I don't need that. Bugger off.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and very correctly, someone actually messaged and said, you've not mentioned WEC in ages.
No, we haven't. We've got Le Mans coming up as well.
We have got Le Mans coming up.
Le Mans Classics coming up as well.
Spa 24's coming up.
Oh, there's loads. But me and you are just stupidly busy at the moment.
Stupidly busy. And on that subject,
yes.
This is going to be the last podcast for a couple of weeks. Purely because the beginning of June...
Me and Rob are getting married. Oh, no.
The beginning of June is absolutely flat out. I'm moving house. I'm then going on holiday. There's lots going on here. Scott's got loads of projects to sort out, finish off. He's also breaking a Boxster, by the way. So if you want any 986 sort of Porsche Boxster bits, give Scott a shout. But
she was my road car before someone smashed me.
Yeah, so... yeah, we're taking a couple of weeks break, but don't worry, we'll be back, and we'll call that season 7, shall we? Midway through the racing year.
Yeah, we got some bit of a revamp. We've got some guests, so we'll try and get sorted out and
yes.
stuff. Everyone is just so busy.
Everyone's busy. We've been trying to book guests. We've had quite a few cancellations because, again, everyone's really, really busy.
And if drives come available, you've got to take them. We understand that.
Yeah, definitely.
So if any drives are available, cheap, hit me up or Rob. I'd even take a pedal car at the minute.
Well, we're going to be out. So we're also going to be out June. We're going to do the Burton Power Track Day at Snetterton. So the focus is going back out, and then the first planned race meeting of the year for me will be the British GT support race on the Snet 300 circuit, and I'm really looking forward to that. It'll be a good day out.
Hopefully.
But we'll dial the car in first on this track day and see what we
Your
can do.
car is that old, though. It is dial.
Wow. Hang on. How old's your Boxster?
Younger than your Focus.
What year?
It begins with a 2.
So does mine. What year?
2?
Really?
Yeah.
Same age.
Oh, okay.
Mine was 52 plate. That's what it derived from.
That's interesting. Right.
So yes, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be having a couple of weeks break, and then we're probably going to be back about just after mid-June, around that. We can't give you a definitive date because we've then got to organise time to come down here, record, and then I've got to edit it and put it out. So we'll probably look in third week in June. We will be back with some more podcasts. But in the meantime, enjoy the next couple of weeks, folks. Try to have some ice cream and enjoy yourself. And enjoy the racing. If you are near a local racetrack, whether it's grassroots, whether it's an oval, anything like that, or it's circuit racing, Brands Hatch, I know money's tight at the moment. Go to these circuits, enjoy some racing, take in motorsport.
100%. Could not agree more, Mr. Lewis.
And but he's been Scott Evans.
And I've been Rob Lewis.
Oh, it's like Groundhog Day.
Oh, dear, mate. You snore like that again, and you're going to be grounded into something, I can guarantee you.
But this is the Driving Talk podcast, powered by Icon and very kindly sponsored by Race Tapes. Goodbye, everyone.
See ya.